Why the would you not be?
If I'm out of town or if I have other things
Why would you be out of town? Who the are you? You have debt, you make no money, you're trying to build a business and it's failing.
All of my family's out of town.
That sucks. They should come in. You're trying to be an entrepreneur. That requires sacrifice.
I do also try to do like local events and stuff like that. So if I have stuff like that on the weekends,
what is the local event? Back scratching with new nails?
So like, you know, we just did one recently that was like a Women's Day event to try and...
Women's Day event?
Yeah, so it was a bunch of local
women?
Local women, but local businesses as well. So we try to do that to try and get the business out there and get names out there.
Okay, that didn't work. It's almost like that was a waste of time.
All right, guys. Caleb Hammer knew something wasn't adding up, but when he starts digging, the guest's entire financial story collapses within real time. The numbers are worse than expected, the excuses start cracking, and this turns into a complete financial explosion you will not believe. Subscribe now to Debt Disaster Daily for more financial chaos. Let's jump in.
We have a really good entrepreneurial spirit in this country, and I love it. I love entrepreneurs. Let's go out there and grind and do shit. But oh my goodness, so many people do this in such a stupid ass way. Listen, you didn't have a big supply of clientele that are able to come in and make up for those who don't come weekly, monthly, daily, all that stuff. Okay? You didn't build up enough people. You only worked at a place for a year, and you honestly weren't doing very well there, if we're being honest. You were fired. So... great, and you immediately decide, yeah, let me get on this legal contract to split a lease with someone for how long, by the way?
It's a 1-year lease.
At least you have that. But even still, 1 year you committed to it.
I did.
Better than most commercial, usually minimum 3. But either way, and then you're like, well, let me go ahead and spend $2,000 that I certainly don't have. That has to be in this debt somewhere. No way it's not. To go ahead and get this up and running. Oh, good. That takes 4 months to pay off at a minimum. Meaning we only... get to see money 8 months of the year, and that's, I mean, honestly, how long will these supplies last? How many months at this rate?
I mean, they'll last a good while. I mean, because nail polish...
A good while is an interesting time frame. I would love to dial that into a number.
Guys, less than 1% are actually subscribed. I will heavily appreciate you guys if we bump those numbers up. Thank you, guys. Back to the video.
I mean, a year.
Okay, so 8 months is the realized profit we're able to get from that. Now, I doubt you're setting any money aside for taxes. Of course. Great. So let's talk about burritos then. First of all, actually, for $500, how many hours are you working for that $500?
I have a standard of about 8 hours set open for my books for that day, but I don't always.
No. Tell me how many. No. Tell me how many hours you worked last month in order to bring in that $500. Tell me how many hours you worked.
So it's 5 days a week, on average of about 8 hours is what my books are open, but I don't have
open.
clients.
Tell me how many hours you worked last month. Did you not understand the question I literally just asked? I just had to repeat it. I'm sorry. How many hours in this previous month did you work that brought in $500?
Total, maybe 80.
The f is wrong with you?
I don't know. That's a guess.
Okay, so you made $6.25 an hour. Time to put the nails in the bag, girl.
You're not the first person to tell me that.
We're going and working a real job next. Okay? We're going and working a real job.
Okay.
So let's talk about a real job. Burritos. How many hours a week are you working burritos? And what are you making with burritos?
So I work an average of about 20 hours a week, and then I make 15 an hour plus tips.
So to be clear, you make 3 times what you make, 3 times what you make in the nails for hourly, and you work just as many hours doing that. Cool. What is on your paycheck from burritos?
2 weeks paycheck if I work the full 20 hours.
Why the would you not be?
If I'm out of town or if I have other things going on.
Why would you be out of town? Who the are you? You have debt, you make no money, you're trying to build a business and it's failing.
All of my family's out of town.
That sucks. They should come in. You're trying to be an entrepreneur. That requires sacrifice.
I do also
fail to understand that does require a lot of sacrifice. Like, you cannot be doing these kinds of stupid things. You have to put them aside while you're building your entrepreneurial route.
So try to do like local events and stuff like that. So if I have stuff like that on the weekends,
what is the local event? Back scratching with new nails?
So like, you know, we just did one recently that was like a Women's Day event to try and...
Women's Day event?
Yeah, so it was a bunch of local
Women?
Local women, but local businesses as well. So we try to do that to try and get the business out there and get names out there.
Okay, that didn't work.
Yeah.
It's almost like that was a waste of time.
Yeah.
It's almost like probably half the businesses at the Women's Day event are nail techs.
Actually, it was the only one.
Surprising.
Yeah.
And yet it still didn't work. So
Yeah.
that's even bigger alarm bell.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, what hits if you work your full 20 hours a week, which you better do.
I think it's right around 500.
So 1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, then let's talk about what was it? DoorDash, Uber Eats, one of those?
Yeah.
Which one?
DoorDash.
Okay, DoorDash. Yes. How many hours are we doing with there? Sure, it's variable, so give me average.
It is. I'm actually just getting back into it because I had a whole debacle with my car situation. So the last several months I haven't been able to do that. But I did recently start doing that again. I try to do it. I try to go at least like 5-10 hours a week. Usually just whenever I get off
Why
from
aren't you
working my
picking
restaurant
more
job.
hours up at Burrito?
Because I don't want to take away from my time at the salon.
Well, you should, because you make 3 times more money making burritos.
Yeah. I'm hustling as hard as I can. I guess I'm trying to grow boss a little too hard, but
Grow boss a little too hard. Okay. Listen, a hustle with I'm good with a hustle. Hustle's good. You're achieving nothing and going backwards. Mm-hmm. There are realistic conversations we need to be able to have with ourselves. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying don't do nail tech. I'm saying maybe do it for someone else for 5 years, build up a list of clientele that are obsessed with you, then go off on your own. You rushed this. You got fired from a job because you weren't very good at it and you were probably a brat to work with and everything's someone else's fault is honestly kind of how you open this conversation if we're being completely honest. And then you left.
Well.
Another job because I had bad vibes. So yes,
maybe I don't want to work somewhere where I don't feel comfortable or like
don't
things
feel comfortable.
Not feel comfortable.
And she wants to be an entrepreneur. I'm sorry, lady, but you have to be uncomfortable sometimes.
What are you not feeling comfortable?
Not like
now that's a
it's
Gen
not a
Z
pleasant environment
yeah, go
to
ahead.
like work in.
What was unpleasant?
I just didn't
you
like
had
the
a
way
boss?
things that were run.
Oh no!
No.
The boss ran a business the way they wanted to instead of the way I wanted to.
It just was.
No, why aren't you doing exactly what I am demanding? I'm a victim.
No, it was just poorly run, in my opinion.
Says the person who is a former employee.
I mean, everybody
time.
who worked there is a former employee.
True. Okay, and maybe it was poorly run, but either way, what I am saying is you did not put in enough time to build clientele before going off on your own. I am not against this. You did not put in the work.
No.
You say you're a permanent grinder? Well, you did this in a very dumb way. You should have been grinding up
Okay, but when
a more strategic way.
And I get that, and I probably, the math on it between either going out on my own or going into
math
another
is $6 an hour.
I call it girl math. I don't know. Math is not my strong suit.
Isn't the argument usually make 80 cents on the dollar? Girl, compared to what you're making there, you're making 33 cents on the dollar. Compared to the burrito.
Yeah.
I prefer
but everything's
burritos.
a write-off also.
Everything's a write-off on what? You're not making money to pay taxes anyway.
Yep.
What are you talking about write-off? Shut the up, write-off. What are you writing off? You don't even know what you're writing off.
All
What's
of my
a
business
write-off
expenses.
to you? What's a write-off? If you write it down on paper, that's a write-off?
Anything that I spend that's pertainable to the business.
Anything you spend, I guarantee you, you go ahead and you get food and say, this is pertainable to the business. It's a write-off.
If it's a lunch meet, if it's a business meeting over a meal, yeah.
Which, oh boy. Listen, you're probably not going to get audited because you don't make...
No.
But you wouldn't hold up under scrutiny. I promise you that. Are you working?
All right. Guess I'll end it off right here. Moral of the story. If you have that aspiration to become great or greater than where you're at right now, sitting here in 9 to 5, understand that this path is very uncomfortable. Understand that this path gets lonely and there's a lot of sacrifice you need to make. For instance, she refuses to take accountability. She refuses to be uncomfortable. And she is more focused on things that matter less than what matters more. So I guess she's working at this Mexican restaurant, right? She's making more at that Mexican restaurant than his little venture, I guess, his little nail salon or whatever venture she's trying to do. If you're sitting with Caleb Hammer right now, by default, you're probably in debt or you're in financial trouble. Why would you invest heavily into something that you are unable to make fruition yet, when you should be focusing more on your job and putting more hours on your actual job? Basically what I'm trying to say is, do this instead. If you're sitting with Caleb Hammer and you have that aspiration, fix your debt first. Put in more hours in whatever job makes the most. Like literally write it off on a spreadsheet or on a piece of paper. Write down like what makes more. Focus on that. Then make sure you are actually comfortable, like financial wise. I'm not saying uncomfortable, well, financial wise, because that sucks too. But make sure your finances are in check. Then you can start your ventures. Then you can start feeling uncomfortable and doing your sacrifices. Well, you should be doing your sacrifice the whole time, but still. Your venture should come in last. And once that venture surpasses your job, then you can start focusing more on that venture. Then you can start slowly deteriorating your hours from that job and maybe perhaps quit. Although there was this one video where Myron did say that, hey, maybe you should double it up. Double up your income in your venture first before you quit your job. Honestly, I agree. It's the safest way to go. Because what ifs exist for a reason. So it's best to play it safe than just risk it, like completely risk it all. Now, I'm not saying you don't have to listen to this. You can risk it all if you want. Honestly, I do agree with the principle. There's no reward without risk. I mean, that is absolutely true. These are the options though. Like, you really can't be having complete shitty debt and trying to make it out like this. Like, she's kind of doing it wrong in a way, like Caleb said. But I digress. To each on their own is what I recommend. It is what it is. This is Debt Disaster Daily. We appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more clips like these. We're out.